what we're going to do is this is from that textbook excerpt that you had that is on Google Classroom, what we're calling the old textbook. So it's worked example 10 on page 72 of that old textbook. This is given a function, can you graph it? Sorry, given a graph, can you function it? Given a function, can you come up with given a graph, can you come up with a function? So we're going to do that. Unsurprisingly, I hope it's pretty well much the same as you would do with a cubic when you've been given a graph, or a quadratic when you've been given a graph. You're putting what you know, and it's almost always working out the dilation, right? So we've got y is equal to, I wouldn't normally write this step up. I'm going to write it for you guys just as a reminder. I might go to black as well because it just stands out a bit better. Y is equal to, just to remind you, this is what it looks like. No, I don't need the brackets. Like so, that's the form of the hyperbolic function. We don't really need a b in front of the x for reasons I've explained before. So we've got two asymptotes. They are going to represent the values of the equations there are going to represent the values of h and k. So what's h going to be? Is it going to be 2 or is it going to be 3? Who reckons it's going to be 2? Put your hand in the air like you just don't care. Who reckons it's going to be 3? Okay, and there were some people that didn't put their hand up at all, which doesn't bode well for the rest of your life. If this is where you draw the line and say, this is too much for me to put my hand up and make a guess on whether it's a 2 or a 3, just even a guess, we're in all sorts of bother because this is pretty low on the stakes claim here. So we are going to, if you kind of think about it, I suppose, in a way, the horizontal asymptote has been brought up, right? It used to be there, and it's been brought up to 3. Yeah? Or y equals 3 if you want to be precise. But it's been brought up to 3. So you've got this idea. If you remember your transformations, it's been translated up 3. So we know that it's a translation from here up to here, and therefore the translation must be the k. Okay, this has been translated across 2 units, and so that must represent h because it's gone from the y-axis across 2 units. And so our function ends up being y is equal to a outside of x minus 2 plus 3. As usual then, we're left with that dilation factor. We need to work out what a is. So let's do that. We need to find one other point, substitute it in, and figure it out from there. It doesn't matter what point you use. You've got 2 of them. Only one of them is necessary. So we could use that point there, which is 6, or to be precise, 0, 6, or this point here, which is 4, 0. Which one's better? I don't know. Probably doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go with 4, 0 because 4 is less than 6. Is that solid reasoning? It's solid reasoning. So remember, 4, 0 means that y is 0. So we've got 0 over a outside, a over 4 minus 2. Genuinely, I would do this bit in my head. I'm just spelling it out for you guys so that when you look at your notes, you can go, oh, is that what he did? Keep on going. So that's a on 2 plus 3 is equal to 0. Subtract 3 from both sides. So you get negative 3 equals a on 2. And therefore, a is equal to negative 6. Now, I won't do this, I promise, but if you did the reverse, if you use 0, 6 and substituted it in, you should get the same value of a. If you get a different value of a, it means either, number 1, you've made a mistake and go check it, or number 2, the universe is about to implode because it's logically inconsistent. Hopefully it's number 1 that you just made a mistake if you did get a different value. So we've got a equals negative 6. I'm not asked to find a, I'm asked to find the function or the equation that makes the function. So I would therefore conclude that y, or f of x if you prefer, is equal to negative 6. But I might even just put the negative outside like this, 6 over x minus 2. plus 3. Or if you want to be fancy schmancy, you can go, let's not lead with a negative term in this kind of instance. Let's just write it as y is equal to 3 minus 6 on x minus 2. The bottom one is fancy schmancier than the top one there. Both of them are legit answers and you would not be marked down either way. Questions? Great. I'm going to stop the video there and I'm going to put some work on the board for you to do.